Hello everyone, welcome back. Here's vanAmsen. Today we are going to tackle a fun and challenging problem, maximizing the running time of n computers. So we have some n and array of batteries, and we will solve this problem in JavaScript. And we will use a very cool approach called binary search. So let's get started. So imagine you have n computers and a bunch of batteries, and each of which can run a computer for a certain number of minutes. So your goal is to maximize the time that all n computers can run simultaneously. So here's the twist. You can swap the batteries between computer any number of times, and the swapping process takes no time. However, batteries can be not recharged. So let's say, for example, we have n equals 2, so 2 computers, and we have array of batteries with running minutes of 3, 3, and 3. And yeah, so we can pick, for example, those 2 batteries to run the computer simultaneously. So after 2 minutes, we are left with array of 1 power and 3. And then to maximize, because if we use the same batteries one more time, the total running power will be 3, because then we have 2 empty batteries and 1 with 3. So we cannot run 2 computers simultaneously because we have only 1 battery. So we will pick this battery and this battery. So after 1 minute, we have an array of batteries of 0, 1, and 2. And after 1 minute, so then we pick these 2 batteries, we will have 0, 0, and 1. So we need to output this. So sum of total running time, so it will be, in this case, 4. And as you can see, the maximum possible running time is sum of array of batteries divided without remaining by n. So it's upper bound. Why upper bound? Because, for example, in this case, it will be 9 divided by 2. So upper bound is 4. And the lower bound will be just the minimum battery. So we will have the minimum of the battery. So basically, yeah, it will be 1. So we can use a binary search in our imaginary table that will have the maximum battery, for example, 4, and here we have 1, and then we have some target. Let's call it t. So this will be target, and we need to see if our target is possible to supply all computers. So we will sort it and then use classic binary search. And a really important thing is that we need to compare our target times n, because imagine we want to see if we can run the middle point, for example, 2. So it will be 2 times n. So 2 is target and n is number of computers. So it will be 2 times 2, so 4. And if we have total power of 4, we will narrow the search space and search in this particular area, like in binary search. And finally, we will be left with some battery. And also, important thing to notice, if we have t, so it's total running time, our target time. So let's imagine it's 4, and it's the answer. And we have some array, and array consists of 5, 4, and 3. So as you can see, the maximum running time is just a target, because if this is the answer, so the 4 is the answer, we cannot run battery longer than 4 minutes. So we cannot use all battery 4. And also our minimum battery will be just 3, because we cannot use 4. So maximum we can use will be free. So it will be a very interesting observation. So we will sum all power of batteries and compare whether it's minimum or the target and not the battery for all batteries. So let's implement it, and then I will explain everything right away. So batteries will be sort A, B, A minus B, and let one write math floor of batteries, reduce AB, A plus B, and while left minus less than right, so classic binary search, we have a target and it's right minus math floor of right minus left divided by 2, so it's like in binary search. And now we have our total value I mentioned before. So batteries reduce AB, A plus B, math minimum, B target 0, and if total greater than target times n, left will be target, else right will be target minus 1, and finally we return left. So this is our implementation. Let's run it to see if it's working. Yeah, so this is a case we mentioned before. So 2 computers, batteries of 3 times 3, and output is 4. So everything's work. So yeah, let's understand. So the function takes 2 arguments, an integer n, which represent the number of computers, and array of batteries. And first, we sort the batteries array in ascending order. So this will help us later in the binary search process. Otherwise, we cannot perform binary search. So we initialize left boundary as 1 and right boundary as total power of all batteries divided by n. And we use math floor to ensure the right boundary is an integer. And next, we start the binary search, and we continue as long as left is less than right, as in classic binary search. And inside the loop, we set a target running time and calculate the total power we can use to achieve this target. So for each battery, if its power is more than the target, we can only use power equal to the target from it. Otherwise, we can use all of its power. And then we check if the total power is enough to run all n computers for target time. So if it is, we will update left to target. If it's not, we will update right to target minus 1. And finally, after the binary search ends, we will return left, which is the maximum number of minutes we can run all the n computers simultaneously. So yeah, and that's our solution, binary search in a powerful technique that can be used in many different situations. So we can also run it for unseen test cases to double verify it's working. So I'm running it, and yes, it's working. So basically, it should be a time complexity of about n log n. And yes, so our implementation beat 10% with respect to runtime and 20% with respect to memory. But if we look, so yeah, all good. And yeah, that's it for our solution, binary search. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more coding tutorials and challenges. And as always, happy coding, keep practicing, stay motivated, and see you next time.